today's Lance Palmer would smash Lance Palmer from 3 years ago.
Yeah, it's crazy. I actually, when I won the RFA belt, it was like a hard fought decision against a tough guy who wasn't really well known, but he was a guy who he took Patricky Pitbull the distance in Bellator, and he had a tough chin. I mean, he got knocked down like 6 times in that fight by Pitbull and just kept standing back up, no problem. And he was a tough fight. I mean, he just kept coming forward, and that was a good win for me then. But I think the Lance Palmer now would have finished that guy in the early rounds.
Luckily for you, you're in a camp that has a lot of studs at your division at 55 and 35. Two guys I want to point out, Darren Elkins. Well, we can even throw Clay Guida in there, and of course Chad Mendez. Do you ever gauge your there's going to be a point where you hit your athletic peak. So do you ever gauge just how much of a ceiling you have according to how good those guys are and how much you close the gap on them?
Yeah, definitely, and it's it's awesome. It's awesome to see that, but I haven't competed against any guys in the UFC, so that's the real gauge. Like these guys in the gym, it's cool, and the gym is the gym. Though it's not a real fight. And there's a lot of guys who really don't compete their best unless they're in the cage fighting. So you hear it all the time, guys. Talking about that they did well with this guy in the gym or this guy, but that can happen all the time because guys have bad days or guys just aren't feeling good or cutting weight or whatever. But I do gauge how well I'm doing, especially we have a 155er in the UFC now, Josh Emmett. We got a 45er in Andre Feely, a 45er in Darren Elkins. We have a bunch of other guys that come out and train. So there's definitely every day I can measure what I want to do, but it's it's cool. It's good to have a gym like that where I can do that every day.
We thought you won the fight. I know you felt like you won the fight. That being said, if you get a win here, will it feel like it's 1-1, or will it kind of have more of a case closed feeling for you?
For me, finishing the fight will close the doors on this whole Almeida deal. Winning the fight would be great as long as it's a dominant win, but I feel like if I'm winning the rounds dominantly, I feel the finish will open up because I feel when I won the belt in 2014 against Rick Glenn, the first round I picked up momentum. Second round I picked up even more momentum and almost got the finish on my feet with the TKO. And then the third round is really when I broke him down, got him on the ground, and got the submission. So I think as long as I push the pace like I did in that fight and, just do my thing and go out there and do what I train to do every day, I think I'll get the finish and be able to close out this chapter.